Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Rockport, Texas. I'm on Market Street, making a right to go up to the bypass. It has been sunny all morning, but I think we have this one kind of big storm cloud above us that we're heading towards. And then we should be good for the rest of the day. I wouldn't mind a little rain, a little bit of a zoom there, guys, to get past the crack in the windshield. Yeah, I'm heading on over to Goose Island State Park, and I want to go there. I've been over there several times in the last few weeks, and what I'm trying to do is catch some birds eating up close, like I've done a few times before. Some debris in the road, branches and such. Boy, that's an interesting looking sky. A friend asked me to try to catch, I have two missions from my buddy. One is to film Eugene eating, and I have been excuse me, I've been unsuccessful at that despite numerous tries, and this is my third or fourth time going over to Goose Island trying to feed the birds, which sounds really easy, but the problem is whenever I go there, I put down bird seed, I get my little tripod and focus on that one area, and I kind of walk away to give the birds room so they're not frightened by people. And what happens is other birders come to the area and start talking loud. Sorry for the bumps, guys. And you think birders would know better, and most of them do, but they don't see the bird they want to see, so they just start talking, and of course that keeps the birds away. So they're there with their $1,200 camera and their 400 pair of binoculars, and there's nothing to see, and they get discouraged. So it kind of defeats the purpose of me. I'm sitting in my truck and I can see the birds, and I'm half blind. Port Lavaca. We have a friend from Port Lavaca that watches the channel, and she is on the list to roll the intro. It's raining, guys. This truck is pulling over, and okay, look at down him. Nothing's coming behind us. We'll establish our lane. Wow. We're going to stop for gas up here, guys. You know why? Do I need gas? Nope. My back windows on the Leer cab are open. So, even though I just put on clean sheets a few days ago, they're getting a pretty good washing right now. And I have been shutting my windows every day. And of course, I left it open today while I was driving just to air everything out. It was nice and sunny and gorgeous, and it stopped raining. So I think when I get down to the covered gas station here, I will have to shut my windows. Ah, the fun of boondocking, people. Sunrises, sunsets, extreme heat, wet bedding. Whenever anyone asks me about doing this, I say, don't do it. Here's a Motel 6. It's actually not a bad Motel 6. Not as good as it was when it first opened. The last time I tried to stay there, people are real nice. You know what? They're not real nice, but they're not rude either. So I'm tired of saying everything's real nice. Here you go. I don't know what you're doing. Are you going straight? Are you going straight? You're turning with no turn signals. Awesome. That is awesome. And I bet you they're upset with me, like I don't know what this guy's doing. Well, my turn signals are on. That would be a hint. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I have to go shut windows. I'm back on the road, guys. Met a very nice gentleman. Zooming in again, guys. Sorry. Met a very nice gentleman who was getting gas from Israel. He's lived in Texas for about 30 years. I always like to, whenever I hear someone with any type of accent, I like to hear where they're from and how they got here. You know, how do you grow up in Israel and decide, you know what, I need to get myself to Rockport, Texas. He said he was from Bernie, actually. And I just met some friends, new friends, who stopped and said hello the other day from Bernie. And I don't want to say your name because, I don't know, if you want people to know where you live. Yeah, stopped, got under the gas station cover, and not much water in the back at all. On the driver's side, none. And on the right-hand side, just a little bit on top of my cooler. The mattress was dry and everything. I don't know how that happened, but we'll take it. If there was a blowing strong wind in either direction, well, one side would have been soaked. So, I was checking on some friends today. I need to make a friend in Rockport that isn't bipolar. That way I'll always at least have one friend to hang out with. Sure, that comment won't get me in trouble. Actually, I only think one of my Rockport friends watches the channel. So that's a good thing, right? So we are on Highway 35 heading north. It's supposed to stop raining pretty soon. Maybe by the time we get to the bridge from the looks of the clouds. There's the Aransas County Airport on the left. We've gone back in there and read some historical markers they had there. Driving in the rain. Yeah. If you guys missed it, I did a video called Port Aransas and Rockport, where we just got some gorgeous sunrises and interesting footage. Look at that, guys. I think we can slow the speed on the wipers a bit, maybe just put it on one click. Interesting footage with the shrimp boats. We got some birds in that one, and a really good sunset. There were kids fishing. And yeah, I really enjoyed the sunset because there was three younger kids and the dad was there just in the distance, kind of silhouetted. See, this is one of those words I know and I can't say while I'm doing a video. I can't even say silhouette. What's the word, guys? Silhouetted. Anyway, they were completely black with a light in the background. I will get that word correct as soon as the video is over. And I swear I'm not saying it wrong on purpose, just so I get more comments, and that counts as more interactions with YouTube, more likely to get my video in the algorithm. I would never do that. What kind of tree is that, guys? That's a live oak. I read that was a good thing to do on your YouTube videos, was to give, pretend you don't know something that is common so that more people can easily get it and respond to it. And I see many YouTubers use that tactic, and maybe it is a good thing. Maybe people like participating. I don't know. Rain stopped. Got a free car wash. The water is beautiful. It's real pretty to the left. I'll just pan over a little bit. I don't know if you're going to get it through the wet windshield, and I'm looking at the road, guys, so I have no idea what's going on in the camera right now. Jim Morrison said it best. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Little Doors tune. What song was that? Was that Roadhouse? Let it roll, baby, roll. How long, Jim? All night long was the correct answer. It is funny growing up, playing hockey. Those are the guys that we used to party with on Fridays and Saturday nights. And good group of guys, good group of girls. And half of the room, we used to go to my friend's basement, and it had like 6 couches in it, and it flooded when it rained, and that was our party room. We would get a keg of Genesee Cream Ale, because that was the cheapest keg we could go and buy when we were 16 and 17 years old. And the local beer distributors then would give you a keg of beer and a tap. Almost didn't matter how old you were. And it was really weird to finally walk into the same beer distributor when I was 21. You know? Like, hey, I've been coming here for 5 years. They didn't play that game at the liquor store, but I know of at least 3 beer distributors that we could go to and get whatever we needed. It was a different time. Doesn't make it right. Turning. Turn signal. Unlike some people we met today, I like to use my turn signal. It does look like it cooled it off to 78 degrees. I'm curious to see what the heat index is. There's Pops. I don't know what time Pops opens. Probably around 10 o'clock. It's 9:32 right now. I've been to Wally World, the mail center. I actually went and got free coffee from McDonald's today. It's been a while since I've done that. I guess the deer are all going to be hunkered down somewhere. But what I might do, don't need them that fast, huh? I always like when the sun's out and it's raining. They're just pulling over. Cool. There's a car behind me about 100 yards. He doesn't want to get too close. I used my Texas Park Pass to make a reservation online. Goose Island State Park, the sign says. So it's usually $5 to get in here. And I won't have to pay that today because I purchased a Texas State Park Pass last year. And I think it's $70 a year. It could be 75, but I think I paid 70. And I've gone to Texas State Parks at least 70 times. So, well worth it. And I'll renew it again this year. I mean, I could literally come here every day if I wanted to for that $70 and just have a place to spend the day. I got some stuff to do in the truck today, so I'm hoping this rain is just a temporary thing. When I checked the weather at the gas station, it said by 10 all this will be gone. So we'll see. But I will stop at the ranger station up here and get a little park printout and put it on my handicap sticker and put that in the windshield. And the reason I don't tape it to the windshield is because sometimes I have to remove it to film, so that way I can just take down the handicap placard that hangs off the mirror. I like to look to the left here because sometimes that's where all the deer are, and there are no deer up there right now. They're probably all hunkered under a tree somewhere. Yeah. Well, that looks pretty, doesn't it? That looks promising, but we're heading back in the direction we came from. Turnaround area. One day I just want to make a video where I just turn around in this area because you have to do what the sign says, right? Per person fee in effect. Entrance fee required. Low overhead clearance in park. Speed bumps ahead. Park closes at 10 p.m. except to overnight guests. It might have said campers. I did not get to read that. Trailers to the right, Dennis to the left. Goose Island State Park, guys. I'm gonna shut this off and get my pass. Bump, bump, bumpity bump. Well, guys, I got my park pass right on the other side of that. We're all legal for the day. We'll just keep this sucker going. Where do you want to go? Straight to the water or right to the campsites first? 2, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, to the water first. Okay. Took a quick vote, guys. I love the little arches here. But be careful if you have a tall trailer. There's the dump station. And I'm gonna dump the old jug in there, the old pee jug, when it's not busy. There's a day use area right to the left. Covered picnic tables and whatnot. Pretty neat. Needless to say, no one's using them right now. This is their Civilian Conservation Corps. Silhouette, guys. Silhouette is the word I was looking for. I would really love to see them fix that up and get it into use. I do love, one of my favorite things about Texas state parks is the projects done by the Civilian Conservation Corps. Isn't it funny how I couldn't say that word driving over here, and now I got it. Totally nailed it. There's someone cast netting. I could watch people cast net for a good part of the day as well. There's a boat going out. Boy, look at that water come down out there. A couple boats going out. Someone spotted a water spout out here a few days ago. That was pretty neat. And Bud's backyard. Bud spotted one about a week or so ago. Check out Bud's channel, Bud's Backyard. He lives in Rockport as well. Good guy. Really good cooking videos, and he's one of those guys that can fix anything. Carpentry, plumbing, electrical. Worked on his truck a few videos ago. That is pretty, huh? It's raining just enough that we have to use the windshield wipers. Good thing about the rain is I have an excuse to have the windows up and the air conditioning on. Woohoo! That is pretty. Yeah, so here at Goose Island, they have sites right here on the water and also back in the little wooded area. Who else's videos did I watch this morning? Jamie Macon found an old-timey train, and she went to 3 different spots and filmed the train, and I think one of them was the 611. Oh, I watched this 3 hours ago, and I don't retain information, but really cool old trains pulling old cars. Very nice. That's a good channel to check out. Jamie Makin, M-A-K-I-N. Here's all the people. Wow, pretty full. It is a weekend. I'm filming this on the weekend. And I watched Sharon Nature. She talked about, showed you some beautiful scenery with some baby ducks, and talked about man-made weather and altered foods. And it was interesting, and I've never thought of this. You know, in the Garden of Eden, what did the first tomato taste like? Because you know how now we have 100 different tomatoes, and they've been engineered and altered. What did that first tomato taste like? We all know about the bad ramifications of the first apple, of course. That didn't work out well. I don't believe the Bible says it's an apple. It just says fruit. At least in my versions that I've read. You could be different. You can correct me. It's okay. What do we got here? Something. Oh, there's a ranger going. This is pretty neat. People are taking kayak lessons, and there's a ranger teaching everyone. That is very cool. And maybe I just won't sit here filming them and making them nervous. That is interesting. Very interesting. I guess that's a program you can sign up for. That is cool beans. I decide how cool the beans are here. And that, folks, is cool beans. What do we got out here? Man, it's like end of the world to the left and the right, but really pretty in the middle. Clouds to the left of me, storms to the right, and here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Are you guys catching the reflection off the water? That sure is pretty. I've not been over here in a few days, and I haven't filmed over here in about 6 or 7 weeks. Let's look at people's trailers. That's one of my favorite things. Everyone's hiding inside from the rains. They give you those little cabanas, which come in real handy. People are up fishing. Man, I think we got one of everything on these trailers. Little cabanas. They have water and electric on the sites on the water. And there's people behind us too on the other side of the road, but they had that small restroom up there, and they have a larger one here. Bathhouse, handicap, whatever you need. Yeah, pretty cool. Rockwood. Keeping an eye on my rear view mirror. You can see over here we're getting back to doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. And then there's that other section over there. We'll go over and check that out. Sure, why not? Why not? You know, I don't believe I've ever gone camping in a trailer, pop-up, anything like that. It was always in a tent. Until I started sleeping in the back of my truck. Man, beautiful, guys. Now that the rain's over, you can just come right out of your trailer and enjoy that view. Fishing's right there if you want it. And if you're new to the channel, everyone else go do something for a minute. I've been living in my F-150 with a Leer top on the back for 2 years and 7 months. No running water, no electricity. I worked for Uber and Lyft for about a year during that time, then had surgery. Had my gallbladder removed. And I've been making videos a little bit longer than that. I'm going to say roughly 3 years. And one day my goal is to make a good video. How's that, guys? Who said freaking gorgeous? That is the correct answer. It's got a nice clean smell, but it still has that bay smell. I know a lot of people don't like the bay smell. I'm not talking about rotten water on a hot day smell. I'm talking about the grass and the air is clean. You come here in the right season and you'll see whooping cranes out here. There are Rosetta flamingos out there. I'm sorry, Rosetta spoonbills. And I'm going to stop for a second and try to zoom in. It won't zoom in that much, but yeah, right there, you see the slightly pinkish ones? They are Rosetta spoonbills. And they get that pinkish color from eating shrimp. I've never seen any of them over here before. That's pretty neat. Maybe we can catch some a little closer next time. That is Eugene's second cousin, Michael. He's over here today. And he is staring at two fishermen right now. So mooching runs in the family. Get a YouTube channel, buddy. Learn how it's done. Okay, guys, we're leaving the beach area. Take a tour through the little wooded area where the campsites are for trailers, RVs, tent camping. See if we spot any deer on the roam. There's thunder in the distance right now. It's pretty over here just after the rain. It is funny when we come over here, sometimes we see all kinds of deer in different locations, and then we'll go a few trips without seeing any. There's a primitive camping area to the right. "20 miles an hour. We're going 9, so we're good. And for our German friends, I said the American number 9, not the German word for no. There's some host sites to the left, but they're empty. Wooded area, restrooms. You want to take a look down Bayberry and see what's going on? Some houses, and we'll come back up. Some houses, some trailers. So there's an empty site right there. And all the sites are kind of different, but fire pit, picnic table, water and electric. This is site 104, and it is reserved. And this street is called Bayberry. Did we just see this car? Restrooms are to the right, and there's people walking in and out, so let's not film them, give them a little privacy. Some tent campers and trailers, and a combination of the two. That one site's got a canopy and 3 tents on it. That was Bayberry, guys. There's the primitive camping area, another section of it. And we've made a few videos from this spot, 208. That's where I stayed a few times. Reserved right now. Nothing special. No water, no electric. Just a place to park at night. Had a fire pit and a picnic table. Let's go down this little circle. I always find this little circle interesting. Live Oak Circle. Yep, Live Oak Circle. I apologize, I forgot to adjust the zoom in earlier. So I think that last sections were all filmed zoom in from when I was trying to record the Spoonbills, or Eugene at least. Eugene's cousin, second cousin, once removed. That side of the family's got a little birdseed problem they don't like to talk about in public. Well, there's some people tent camping back here. I always like this tree right here. It'd be a cool spot to get one day. Lots of places to hang your stuff and run your ropes there. Yeah, so there's only, even though it's the weekend, in the summer, only one of these sites actually has people in it. And that's just a tent with no car right now. So they're probably out doing something, fishing or whatever. We used to leave our tent all the time when we were camping in New Jersey. And one time we had like a pellet gun stolen, which sucks, but I don't like the idea of just anyone coming onto your campsite and looking through your stuff, you know. But I was actually surprised. It was probably one of the kids that was there for the summer, you know. Little people out for a walk. Good morning. Good morning. They were happy. Grandma and the little girls, very polite. I couldn't tell if they were twins or the one was just a little bit taller, maybe a year apart. I want to go over to where I see all the birds and try to get some birds for my buddy, but I enjoy the birds too. Seems like we've gotten mostly cardinals out here, and a couple other ones. I recorded them and I identified them in the video. Until I started coming here, I did not know that the female cardinals were what, olive red? Is that what they called it? Blood olive or olive red, something like that. I never knew that. Look at me learning something. Warbler Way. Here's that group area. That's still open. We drove back there a couple videos ago and checked that out. Oh, I hope there's no one here. Squirrel. He's okay. He made it to the bushes. Easily distracted. Squirrel. What's going on here? There's no one here. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Well, they haven't cut the grass or anything here. There's some interesting berries or something right there. Alright, let's see what we can do here. This is really overgrown. I've never seen it like this. Even the signage on the right there is overgrown. Let's just park here for a minute and I'm going to see if there is any bird activity to try here. Well guys, I've sat here about 10 minutes and this has always been the best spot. But I've noticed all the feeders are gone. And I honestly have not seen one bird come through here. And they have that fountain back here. If you've watched my videos before, you know this is always a big bird area. Big bird. So I'm going to have to find a new spot. And I know when they're coming back from the south heading north, this area will be busy again. And it might have something to do with the rain and the thunder in the distance, but that's disappointing. We'll keep looking. So the birding area and the bathhouse is behind us. And this is Warbler Way. Basically, it's the Lantana Loop here. And then 2 streets that go through, like this one. And then the one kind of circle in the middle. It's nice. I see a lot of people like to get all set up and get all their stuff out, but there's a kitty cat. There's a kitty cat, guys. I wonder if he's a stray or if someone brought a kitty cat, because he looks in good shape. Does anyone travel with a house cat that you can let roam once you get there? Like I know some people have indoor, outdoor cats. Can anyone do that when you're living in your van or your trailer or your Class C, whatever you got? I often think about getting a dog because I really do like dogs. But I'm just thinking about sleeping at night. There wouldn't be any room. I don't know if it'd be fair to the dog. And once I do fully retire, things could change. But I really enjoy dogs. I like other people's dogs right now. So I think to be fair to the dog. Now I know my buddy Jim at the Dog Man Chronicles. That's a channel I really enjoy. It's just mellow and positive, and he's got 3 small dogs, but he also has a van. So just space-wise, compared to my literally 27 square feet of sleeping space, and that includes 2 big bags of miscellaneous and clothes, there's no room for a dog. And I don't know how easily a dog would overheat sleeping in 100-degree heat index. And I like dogs too much to have one living like that right now. Now, when I fully retire and I start traveling to cooler weather, have you spotted many birds today?
Just about 3 or 4.
Yeah, I haven't. That's what I've seen. It's odd.
Yeah, just some cardinals and some
little
chickadee type.
And maybe they're hiding from the rain.
Probably.
Have a good walk.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, she hasn't seen many either. Little girls are cute. They're waving hi. Someone taught them manners. Huh. Tracy and Leah Phillips have a granddaughter, Anna. And I think Anna's 9 or 10, I think. And when you say to her, "How are you today?" she like stops and says, "I am good. How are you today?" But like she means it, you know, she's sincere. And that always cracks me up. Well, Anna, I live in a truck and I have arthritis. My knees don't really work. I'll answer her once and she'll stop asking me. I'm bald. I have a bridge for my front teeth. Don't ever try to eat a hockey puck, Anna. Here's a little trail. Little trailhead. Oh, I think I was talking about the Dogman Chronicles, and Jim travels everywhere, travels with the weather, and finds the most interesting places, and will stay for a few days and go for walks with his dogs. And Jim's older, his dogs are older, and it's just like super mellow and relaxing, and he likes to find trails and has an appreciation for history. Picks up trash wherever he goes. Good guy. I like his channel. Well, I think we're in the right place, just the wrong day, guys. Because of the rain. See, there's a few little, I think those are chickadees. There's like 3 right there. Or is that a cardinal? A young cardinal? Yeah, man. So maybe we need to set up over here, huh? Listen. Here. Should we try to feed them, guys? Let's try to feed them and see what happens. Well, guys, no little birdies up close today. I'll keep trying. Maybe we'll have better luck with Eugene. I let the camera go for about 30 minutes, and I could hear birds in the area. And when they would come and land on the dumpster and kind of check it out, 2 of them were there, kind of eyeing the bird food and looking over at me. That big thunder came and they took off. But I left the bird seed there for them. Maybe we can get them trained. It's one thing with nature, you don't catch a fish every time you go. You go hunting for deer, you don't get a deer every time, and when you go birding, you don't always capture the birds the way you want to. And for this park, I haven't even seen a lot of birds today. Just like the lady with the 2 grandkids said. Turn signals would have helped this entire situation, sir. There's the family camping. They got their charcoal, they got their tent. They're ready. They're gonna have fun. Family adventure. And maybe we'll spot some deer. I'm gonna pull over for a bit. Got a few maintenance things I need to get done. Gonna find a nice dry parking lot to park at. And I'll be back with you. If anything exciting happens, we'll be back on. Well, guys, not a whole lot of birds up and about. I think the rain and the thunder have them being a little mellow today. I can hear them, but they're not doing a whole lot of flying around. Probably laying low, waiting for the rain to pass. Well, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for riding along. It's always nice to get out of the house, kids. Thanks for watching, everyone. One last little archway here. Absolutely beautiful. Enjoy your day.